in the second inaugural, I mean, he's delivering this a month, just almost exactly a month before Lee surrenders at Appomattox. And in that second inaugural, he says, what is the purpose of this war? Why has God visited this war upon us? It's not because the North was always right and the South was always wrong. It's that both sides, both North and South, as parts of America, have been complicit in a great crime. And now the war has come, and it has visited judgment on all of us. Every drop of blood drawn by the lash has been paid for, with a drop of blood drawn by the sword. And for those who want to say, wait a minute, that's not fair, we were on the side of the angels, whereas the Confederacy was on the side of the devil, Lincoln's response to that was, judge not, that ye be not judged. And if you don't like having to bear an equal weight of the balance of responsibility, all that I can say to you, Lincoln's comment is, all I can say is, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And he's quoting the Psalms there. And it's from that point that he moves into saying, let's move forward with malice toward none, with charity for all. Let's not pretend that we know everything about the will of God here, but let us recognize that we do know something about the judgment of God, and this has been a judgment. And this is an extraordinary statement. This is, understand the context here. In a republic, which is dedicated to the separation of church and state, among other things, in a republic which, since the election of Thomas Jefferson in 1800, has had a moratorium on public commentary about religion from the executive branch, in which presidents of the United States have hesitated even to declare days of fasting or remembrance or thanksgiving. Here is Lincoln, after 60 years almost of unbroken Jeffersonian executive dominance of the presidency, here is Lincoln saying, I would like to devote my inaugural address to talking about the will of God and the judgment of God on this nation. And I'm just wondering how many people clutched their chests and fell over on their desks, thinking this is totally, completely either A, unprecedented, or B, out of line. Who does Lincoln think he is? But that is what he does in the second inaugural. And the second inaugural is worn so familiar to us that I think we miss how utterly dramatic it is for Lincoln to devote what amounts to 3/4 of this comparatively short inaugural address, but devotes 3/4 of it to what amounts to an exercise in theology, in metaphysics, almost like a sermon, a kind of gigantic benediction. That's really marking a tremendous development in what we want to call Lincoln's worldview. So what you see in this worldview, the spiritual aspect of it at least, he moves from being this Enlightenment skeptic to being this sort of doubting Thomas to, at the end of his life, being, if not a by-the-book, orthodox religious believer, nevertheless is someone who is deploying serious spiritual insights as a guide to public policy. And if someone did that today, it would still be as astoundingly unprecedented as it was for Lincoln. But that's the journey the man takes, and quite a journey it is.
Thank you very much.